like they're dead to me. Favorite drink on those, Bears, Hawks, Sox, Bulls. Say goodbye a little longer like I ate a
Reports
piece
from
of Big
Green Bay,
Red.
Wisconsin this morning. We're following the developments up there as I believe the governor of Wisconsin has issued martial law and a state of emergency in Green Bay because of the ongoing civil unrest in light of the Packers winning. A man who looked a lot like Jerry Kramer apparently has burned a Mike Dick in effigy this morning, just adding to the violence and mayhem up there. We'll follow the story. All the roads are blocked north of, I understand, Fond du Lac because of the civil unrest.
And there's bratwurst in the street.
There's bratwurst burning in the street. A lot of cheese wagons have been overturned. I don't know why these people can't celebrate in a nice, calm manner like we would here in Chicago.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's welcome Mike North back to the program. Hi, Mike.
What's going on, guys? How you doing?
Doing well. Let's start at the beginning. What'd you think of the national anthem?
She had to be drunk. She was the girl at 2 o'clock in the morning, stumbling over the stool. You're trying one more time to see if she'll have you over to the apartment. She was annihilated, I think. I thought basically it looked like she didn't even sleep. I thought she was absolutely dreadful. I mean, and she missed words. The one thing you don't want to do is miss words, because everybody that, if they sang it, that would miss words will be the first to pounce on her saying she missed words. I don't know what I'd do. If I know the words to the national anthem, but after the dawn's early light, I think I'd go blank too. So, but she's a professional. So
speaking of drinking, and I was watching this with my buddies yesterday. Jimmy Johnson at the end of the broadcast looked like he had been nipping on something. Did you catch that?
Yeah, probably with the people that didn't have any seats that had tickets. I mean, the whole thing was a debacle. I mean, from beginning to end. The Super Bowl was a nice game, but it was sloppily played. I'm hearing it's a classic. It's a classic.
No, I didn't think so.
What was a classic about the quarterback throwing an interception from his own end zone, returned for a touchdown? What a classic.
Yeah.
So they overhyped it.
Mike, let's talk about those people who got booted. I mean, they bought tickets, some for $800. Get to the game. I mean, if that happened to a Bears fan, if the Bears were playing, that's all we would be talking about for the entire 4 hours. John's under the impression that, he paid him 3 times as much as Jerry Jones did.
They're going to reimburse him to the tune of 3 times
what they paid.
It doesn't matter.
Value. That's the problem. I'll bet you those tickets. And what's weird about the Super Bowl is they'll list the price from $600 to $1,200. There's no way. If you paid $5,000 for that ticket, nobody pays face value, John. So what they're going to do is we're going to go, well, you got a $600 ticket. We're going to give you 3 times at $1,800. Well, wait, I flew here. I stayed in a hotel and I bought a ticket for $5,000. So really, it was a beating. It was an embarrassment to Jerry Jones. How about this? The fire marshal, 2 hours before it does it. 2 hours.
Well, here in Chicago,
there during the week?
Here in Chicago, we would have bribed the fire marshal long before that.
Yeah, what is Jerry Jones? Didn't he just build $1 billion facility to bring hundreds of thousands of people into the area? And the fire marshal 2 hours before, like he's checking out the dumpster behind a hot dog stand, saying you won't be able to open this place up today. This is not safe. At least, but that was unbelievable. Just the latest of a black mark on that Super Bowl.
What did you think? I mean, you already said it, thought it was kind of a flat game and overhyped, and I agree with you. Pittsburgh, I think, clearly was the stronger team, but never got going. And, it did seem to be that a change of momentum over and over, back and forth. I thought I didn't think either team could win the game yesterday. I thought that, who's going to be the last to lose this game?
Well, Aaron Rodgers got the job done, but listen to this. They're leading the whole game. In the second half, the running game's dead in the NFL. I mean, you used to have to run the ball to set up the pass. The Green Bay Packers ran the fewest amount of yards, second only to the St. Louis Rams back in the day, the greatest show on turf. They only ran for 50 yards on the ground, and they threw like 40 times, ran 14, and they were winning the game. So basically, it's a new era in football, slinging the ball all over the lot. And Aaron Rodgers stepped up. He's got as many Super Bowl rings now as Brett Favre, and he's only basically started 3 years.
Well, I wanted to ask you about that. I know he threw 3 touchdown passes, got the MVP. Mm-hmm. I believe now that he is definitely out from the shadows of Brett Favre. Don't you agree?
There's no doubt.
He's his own man.
And you know what's funny? You hear some of the guys like Trent Dilfer. Do you think Brett's happy that the Green Bay won and Aaron Rodgers? Oh, yeah, Brett's definitely. He isn't happy.
Yeah, no, he's not.
No, he came out. He said he wanted Green Bay to win.
You could say what you want. He stopped. He wouldn't even talk to Aaron Rodgers when they were on the same team. I mean,
really?
Absolutely.
Oh, tell me about it. I didn't know that.
The cameras caught Brett Starr throwing a bowl of popcorn down when the Packers won, too, so he didn't want to win.
How about Cameron Diaz feeding Alex Rodriguez?
Oh, that was so cheesy. I saw that. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Help me.
Yeah, that one, I think he'll take that off his TiVo.
God, I mean, his Yankee teammates better grill them for that because that was just really. I mean,
But
they're not at
gotta
a
ask,
movie
if
theater.
Cameron Diaz offers most men a kernel of popcorn, I'm sure we would take it. You know, I mean, it was what a bizarre day it was all day long, and then ice falling off the roof, and 6 people injured. People had taken 2.5. I guess getting out of the arena from the show I did last night on WID. I guess getting out of the arena was a complete nightmare. You're letting 100,000 people out at the same time. I mean, this was just not a good. And now they got a work-related stoppage at a lockout that may happen. So, I mean, they tried to keep a brave face afterwards, but that might be the last. And Roger Goodell saying we're going to get an agreement in 3 to 4 weeks. Are you kidding me? That makes him a candidate for the mayor of the city of Chicago. My God.
Promises.
Yep,
And what was
absolutely.
John Madden? Who was he texting? He was sitting next to President Bush. I mean, it just was like the land of misfit toys
I
up there.
think he was sexting Condoleezza Rice. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
That's right. Condi was there too.
She was there. President Bush was there. Everybody was there. And you know what? I mean, from the interview with Obama to the whole, it's just a circus. It's a carnival. The whole
It was
day.
goofy. The reading of the Declaration of Independence, I thought that was goofy. And it's just the whole thing.
Nothing fit.
I sat there and watched most of the coverage yesterday and the entire game, and I thought that for being a close game, it certainly didn't seem that exciting. It seemed like both teams just tried not to lose.
You're right, John.
Well, Mike, you had a great show last night. I want to commend you on that, and look
Thanks,
forward to
buddy.
listening again Sunday night at 9 o'clock.
Get ready. Start brushing up on the Bulls.
Yeah, they're
Okay.
looking good. Thanks,
It's a
Mike.
ball.
Take care, man.
All right, guys.
Appreciate it.
Take care.
I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.